It's Monday, October 21st, 2019. This is a freestyle report, and the subject of the energetics today is the question, what makes you unique? Today is about understanding and recognizing our uniqueness and understanding in the bigger picture that we are each having our own unique perception of the world and what's going on. Now the moon is in Cancer. It's going to move into Leo at 12:28 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:28 p.m. Universal Time. We also have the very lovely Venus trine Neptune making a wide grand trine with the North Node, which means this is a day of the beautiful path, the spiritual path, the creative path, and the true path. When Venus and Neptune come together, it is just the heights of creativity and beauty and spirituality. With the North Node involved, it means we are being put on or aligning with our destiny and our future. So let's look at how uniqueness and the idea of uniqueness plays out today. The sun is at 29 Libra. It is getting ready to leave Libra and move into Scorpio. And as it does so this week, the sun, it will begin to oppose Uranus, which means that we are going to see things change, shift, and do so rapidly. The energetics are going to shift out of the Libra mode into the Scorpio mode, and then on until Sunday night into Monday morning, depending on where you are, we have the new moon in Scorpio, which is a direct opposition with Uranus. So next cycle, next month, basically the month of November, we're going to see some big changes and big shifts, and they will all be for the better because Uranus does that for us, puts us in a better place, puts us where we need to be. It's been an intense month. So the sun is at 29 Libra, and this is the Sabian symbol of mankind's vast, enduring effort to reach for knowledge transferable from generation to generation. Okay, this is the Sabian symbol of knowledge. This is about reaching out, applying our knowledge, and from that, gaining wisdom, linking and bridging ourselves with other people, and our own interpretation of things. What I have noticed is that we are all having our own unique perception of the world and what's happening and assessment of that. It's almost like we are, and not almost like we are actually living in our own perception, and consensus reality is not happening anymore. We are perceiving and conceptualizing and assessing the future based on our own individual unique perspective. This is a good thing because from a lot of different perspectives, we gain a beautiful outcome and we have a lot of growth. If people are able to understand that everybody's perspective and ideas and thoughts about the things are just as valid as anyone else's. And what we are doing as we build Second Renaissance, as the big picture here, what that is about, I see it as now us moving into closer contact, beingness with our higher self, and our higher self moving into closer contact with us and that meetup point. And so this means it's an individual path for each of us. Today we have that grand trine with Neptune, Venus, and the North Node to put us on a track that is meant for us. And by this, I'm saying I hope that we can allow and honor where everyone is coming from, regardless of where that is. Ultimately, this Sabian symbol for the sun, mankind's vast enduring effort to transfer knowledge, to continue, is about infiniteness, that we are We are limitless and infinite, and it's our experiences that make us unique. One of the things that makes us unique. Another thing is the degree of the Earth. The Earth is at 29 Aries. Who remembers what 29 Aries is? The music of the spheres. That's the Sabian symbol. This was the Sabian symbol for 2015, the astrological year of 2015, which was the year that the Mahavidyas indicated to me was the beginning of the shift, the 5-year shift, where the veils between the worlds would become very thin and truth would be revealed. And this is a completion of a grand cycle of time where we are the culmination of our ability to discern good from evil. Now, the music of the spheres energetic tells us that it, no matter what things look like, no matter how they appear right now, we are being attuned to a higher frequency. And so we're aligning with that path. We have lessons with this, and from that we gain wisdom, just like the position for the sun. The music of the spheres is basically astrology, and we each are a piece of music. We're a composition. We are frequencies that are sound that our higher self can hear. And each one of us is different because we all have an individual, unique birth chart, unless we were born at the exact same time in the exact same place. This contributes to the uniqueness element for today because it is trying to attune us to a perspective that is best for us, how we're seeing what is happening in the world and our beliefs about it, and how that's going to shape how we are moving into our future, how we are building second renaissance, the people's renaissance. Mercury is at 23 Scorpio, which is a rabbit metamorphosed into a fairy. This is about transformation. You may have a big realization today. It tries to elevate, again, our perception and our focus toward a more spiritual place. And it just is reinforcing the grand trine of Venus, Neptune, and the North Node. This talks about how each of us have a unique process of ascension and how we transform from one level to another, and how we are emerging in that is important and necessary because, again, each one of us are having a different experience. Some people are having a Mandela effect, with things, some people aren't, which makes us wonder, what is the reality? Is it our own personal reality that's really the primary factor here, and what is creating the future? Now, the lower octave of this is fear of change, analyzing things from a purely financial or materialistic perspective, or having feelings that we are ineffective or that we have failed. So that's the lower octave of that. And speaking about our unique ascension, Venus is discharging 17 Scorpio. A woman filled with her own spirit is the father of her own child. This tells us that each of us are uniquely a total package. That's the energetic that drives us towards self-sufficiency and independence, and also seeing that each of us with our uniqueness in combination with other people and their uniqueness makes for beautiful creations. This is such a highly creative day. Anytime Venus and Neptune come together, it's beauty and creativity and spirituality. Find beauty. Find that today. And if you find a little snapshot, if you're able to take a picture of something beautiful in nature, please send it in, or coreportmail@gmail.com. Lower octave of this is feeling responsible for everything or everyone. That's an issue for you. The energetics today really would like you to see that we are each on our own path. Everyone is on their own path. And while we can reach out and help people along the way and care for others, we are ultimately our own package waiting to be opened. Mars is at 12 Libra. Miners are emerging from a deep coal mine. This talks about what we each uniquely bring from the void of creation is special and, again, necessary. This is about bringing information and ideas out of the thought realm and into the form realm. Which is what we're doing this entire month. This is the theme for the month. Remember, the Sabian symbol for the month is man's ideals take form before his inner vision, become concretely manifested. So this symbol is about coming out of a darkness and maybe a dark perspective, and maybe if you have been only viewing things from a lens of a gloomier perspective, or sadness over the what is collapsing, remember that the deconstruction happens and the decompensation happens at the same time the rebirth is happening. So we can look at either side of this and see. Okay, it's up to us which way we want to lean, which direction we want to lean. This energetic wants to release us from trial and tribulation and struggle and a negative outlook, and not seeing what our own value and uniqueness is. It wants us to emerge into light. The black moon is at 20 Pisces, a table set for an evening meal. It's just now moving it to 20 Pisces. This is about preparations and patience, and after a long day coming home, and an overall theme of returning home and comfort and what that means to us, home. With the Venus-Neptune in effect, you might want to do something in your space that makes you more comfortable in your environment, in your home, or in yourself, your own temple, your own personhood, and being appreciative, of course. This also talks about how our unique tastes and preferences make up variety, right? All of this is happening to attune us to our higher self in a greater way, and to have us express ourselves and that higher self in a greater way. I hope that's given you some food for thought for the table set for an evening meal. I will be posting on Wednesday. I will not be on tomorrow, but I will see you then. And I hope you all have a beautiful Venus-Neptune day.